Hello, it's Caroline from For the Love of Crochet, and I just want to say thank you if you're joining us for the first time or if you just clicked on that subscribe button. Thank you so much for coming on over and wanting to share in the crochet love. Okay, so in today's episode, I have lots to share with you. I have 4 finished objects and 2 whips that I want to share, as well as where those patterns came from. And also at the end of this video, after sharing, in case you're not interested, I want to give you a little backstory on me as well as this channel, and then also some future plans and some future makes that I want to share at the end. So if you want to hear all about it, then stick around. Again, thank you so much for coming on over. And I also want to share 2 podcasters, so that's all going to be at the end. Okay, so for the first one, this came from the crochet book that I picked up from my library. In a previous couple of videos ago, I did a way to get free patterns, and one of them was to check out books from your library. So this is one of the books, and I've renewed it a couple of times, and so I know I have to return it. So before I did that, I wanted to make sure and make a couple of projects to see if I like it. So I did that. Okay, so I had this cream colored yarn that I wanted to use, and I have yet to make a doll. And I've been wanting to make a doll. I have a lot of patterns for dolls. And so there is a doll pattern in here. And so I wanted to make that. So I did. Grabbed my, I have this 1 pound, I have this 1 pound yarn in this color. And this is the little girl that came out. And I am not happy with this book or this pattern. First of all, I was gonna glue the buttons over, but I forgot before I just realized. I did try to sew them in. So you're supposed to sew the buttons on the dress before you attach the head. And as hard as I tried to get the head centered on the body, I just had a really hard time. And obviously her buttons are off. So I gotta just scoot them over. So I'm going to clip the threads and glue it in the middle. The other thing is, in the book, I mean, they use black yarn to make the face. And so I did the same thing. The only thing I didn't do was the blonde hair. I didn't want blonde hair. I wanted brunette. And this is also a color I had. I do not have yellow, so I went with brunette. And I think what I'll do to make it a little more feminine is maybe add some pink bows. But I am not happy with this pattern. I am also not very pleased with this book. I don't like that they say, okay, to make the head, go to the monkey pattern or the bear pattern. To make the arms, go to the monkey pattern. I don't want to be tossed around in a book. I want it all on one sheet. I want to go in order. I didn't like all the jumping around. And then also the head does not look the same as in this book. Gosh, I just closed it. I mean, maybe it does. I don't know. I do not like it. And the dress is too tight. I feel like it should have been bigger. I'm not happy with it. And okay, so I decided to give it a second chance. Again, I wanted to make something, you know what, maybe it's because it's a girl doll. Maybe I'll try one of the animals. So I did. I tried the monkey. Okay, let's take a look at the monkey here. Look at that round face. Look at that big, what is this? Nose. You know. Look at the legs. Okay. Now, mine just does not look the same. I am not happy with this pattern book. First of all, I couldn't center I can't center very well. I do have a problem with my eyes. I had a stroke and I lost vision, but that can't be the reason why. I don't know why I couldn't center him right. However, the way that this monkey looks, his body is fuller. This just looks like a ball. And I just don't like this pattern book. I'm not happy with it. So I'm glad I didn't purchase it. I'm glad that I checked it out. And now I know it's not something I'm gonna buy. So yeah, this is the monkey and the little girl from the Snuggle and Play. It could be the yarn I used, but I'm not patient enough to give it a third go. So I think that's it for that book. So those are oh, before I throw the monkey, I did make a purchase. So this monkey, if you can see his little eyes, these are called kawaii eyes. And if you've been watching this podcast, you know that I've been struggling with finding safety eyes where the backs actually fit. It's not junk, and I don't have a ton of noses when I really want just eyes. And so I bought this pack of kawaii eyes, and you get all eyes, no noses. And I'm really liking it. The backs fit nice. They're called kawaii safety eyes, and I really like them. So, and they're flat, so they don't pop out like a bulb. They're a flat piece. So I really like this one. So that is a new acquisition with that pattern. This one, I used the safety eyes. I tried to give her some green eyes. Not happy. We'll see what happens with those. Okay, now for the next one. This was a free pattern off Instagram. Now, you can get a lot of free patterns off Instagram, and this one has been in my phone. And you know, out of sight, out of mind. I was scrolling through pictures to save room, and I found this cute little pattern of this bird. Isn't that adorable? I made it, and it was so cute. I really love it. And I gave him, so when you, and my little tip about using your beginning thread, I used that to attach the feet, and it worked perfectly. And so I brought the threads up to the top to give him his little mohawk there. I really liked it. It's so cute. So yeah, I really like this one. This was off Instagram. Everything will be linked below if I find it. Oh well, I didn't print it. I thought there was going to be an Instagram name on it. But so that is my third make. So that's that one. And that is a cute little pattern. So what I did was I took a picture on my phone, and then I printed it. And the printing options let you print like 4x6s because it's a picture. So I did the first page, full page, but then I realized, hey, I don't need to use all my ink for that. So I narrowed it down on the next ones. And it gives you great pictures and everything. It was a great pattern on Instagram. So that is my little birdie. I love birds. Okay, on to the fourth one. This is my fourth finished object, and this is by a YouTuber. Her name is Cassandra. I believe her channel name is Craftably Ever After, and that's one I want to talk about later. So this is her free pattern. Here is my Buddy Bear. I don't know if Buddy Bear has a, no, he didn't come with a tail. No, they have a little thing, don't they? I don't know. I'm gonna have to go and research, go back to kindergarten and learn about animals. So yeah, here he is, and I gave him the kawaii eyes as well. Now, I didn't think I was gonna be able to center him, but I think I did pretty good. This was using Knit Picks yarns. This was my first time using a Knit Picks yarn, and I found it at like a Goodwill store. So actually, maybe I didn't. My aunt is a great supporter of me, and whenever she finds yarn at the Goodwill, she buys it and gives it to me. So I have lots of miscellaneous yarns. So this is a Knit Picks, and this is Buddy Bear, and this is a free pattern. She also has a tutorial for it, and it is so cute. I never really use thin yarns to do amigurumi because of my hands. It's really hard for me, but I did pretty good. I want to say this is a number 2 weight sport Knit Picks yarn, so I really love the color. So I think he's adorable. Okay, now I have a couple of whips I want to talk about. And one of them is a very exciting, yeah, I'll start with that one. Okay, so Chronically Crocheting, another YouTuber, is having a make-along, and she was raving about, well, not raving, but she was really excited about this book. And so I watched her, and I was excited to see everyone's rendition of these characters in this book, but I wasn't really into it. I just, I got a ton of these bunnies and bear patterns and whatnot, so I just wasn't gonna buy it. But quite a few other YouTubers joined in, and they're like, I'm gonna do it. And then oh gosh, what is her name? Cassie Handmade, YouTuber. She made this, one of the patterns in here, I think, is it a goat? An alpaca? I'm not sure. But it was adorable. It was so adorable. And I'm like, you know what? I do like these patterns. And they were talking about them as they were good patterns. So I got the book finally, because I ordered it and it took a while to get to me from Amazon. But they were so cheap. It's $6, and then I have Prime, so it was free shipping, I think. Or was it in shipping? I don't know. Anyway, it was under $10 to get it, even if it had shipping. And so I started one of the patterns, and I wanted to do one that none of the other YouTubers were gonna do. So I chose to do this one, which is the giraffe. And I just wanted to do something that nobody else was going to do, because I have something special planned for it. I want to do some designs on this little guy, and I'm going to go rogue a little bit. However, I was against buying this book because they seem to be very basic. They are so not basic. They are so detailed, and such small things in these patterns just give it that much more better look, especially in comparison to my disappointment of this one. This is just such a great pattern. The giraffe, at least. I don't know if they're done by different people, or is it just one? It's by Allison North. So I started it, and here is his head. It's so lovely. It's so well written, and even how to place things and where to put it. And it speaks for itself, because I have never made a face look so good. It has these little eyebrows, the stitching on the ears, where you just grab one loop and make the inner smaller and attach them. You think about it, these things, but then if the pattern doesn't do it, you don't do it. Well, now I am. Now, if there's an inner piece I can do, I'm going to try to do that. So yes, this is the beautiful giraffe head. And I started his body. I finished his body. And notice the shaping. So this side is supposed to be a little more flatter, and this is maybe his belly part. I think, yeah, this is his belly part. So this is me stuffing. The stuffing that I need a class on stuffing. I am stuffing this thing so packed because I've not been doing very well on my other projects. So I'm making sure to stuff as much as possible. So obviously I got a little bunched up right there. It'll go down though. And I am using, so Craftably Ever After, who I got the Buddy Bear pattern for, she often talks about, we'll talk about her later, but I have never used cotton yarn to make an amigurumi project. So I decided to use cotton again, since my disappointment of the bear and the girl using regular acrylics, 1 pound yarn, and I don't know what the brown one was. I made this using Bernat Softy cotton. This Bernat Softy cotton. Here's my other pieces. So what is this color? I only had 1 ball of this, and I was hoping it would last. Okay, the color is Sandstone. So I have the head, I have the body, I have 1 arm, so I'm working on the second arm. So I have 1 more, finish that arm and the 2 legs, and we'll be putting it together, and it's going to be ready for my decorating. So it should be ready by next podcast. I tend to throw up a video every week, usually on Sunday, most likely. And then if I have something special, I'll jump in during the week and give you a quick video. Hit that bell and like if you've liked any of these projects. But yes, I just want to speak so high. Okay, even the arms, like I'm making the arms, right? Just these simple details of, you do a back stitch on this row and it just gives it a slight difference. So if you wanted to make this a different color and then do that back stitch, it would just make it stand out so much more. But it's just a little detail, not a big deal, but it just gives it so much more character, definition, appeal. And I'm just so happy that I got this book after all. I wasn't gonna break and I wasn't gonna do it because I'm like, well, I have all these other patterns that have foxes and giraffes and cows, so why get another one, right? Chronically Crocheting did this bear, and I've been doing Buddy Bear. So I have a bear back. I've been doing, what is this? The Albert pattern. And then I did Buddy Bear. So I really want to do this one. So this book, go get it. It is so nice. And then the way that the patterns are written, all the pictures, it is such a well-written pattern. There's only, I don't know if maybe that's why this is cheap, but one of my pages had this rip and this over, like they didn't cut it right. It got stuck. I just left it because there's some stuff written on the other side, so I just left it. But I mean, this is a nice quality book. Other than that little rip, this is super thick. It's double, so you can use that as a place marker. The pattern they're so good, and they're written in US terms, not UK. Another bonus. So yeah, I'm just so happy I got this book. So thank you, Chronically Crocheting Podcast. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so anyways, I'm excited to finish that giraffe. My last whip, the one that I'm going to share anyway, is my window covering. I just want to say that I did finish that yarn. It is now big enough to cover my window. So I'm going to start assembling my flowers and see how many more flowers I need. And this is going to cover my big window. Well, my arch in my window to keep that sun out. It was 106 yesterday. So I did get one I do have some, well, let me just say this. I did get this book. And I'm so happy I did. I really like all the little characters and patterns in here. I did that pig. I have a video of a little pig donut, and there is a pig in here, and it is so much different. So I'm gonna try and do that one. I can't do it in the same yarn though, so bummer. Anyway, I'm really happy I got this book. This looks like a lot of fun. The patterns look great. The pictures are gorgeous. So yes, if you have 10 bucks, go get this book. I like it. It's great. All right. I did get the Crochet World magazine. I am not inspired by this magazine in the last two mags. I don't know about those. Anyway. All right. So now what I want to share with you. Let's see. Let me look at my notes. Okay. So just a little backstory on me. I just want to thank Julie from KS Mom Crochets. She sent y'all over. Thank you so much for coming on over so that we can be crochet friends, yarn friends, and inspire one another. I really love communicating because I have no one to talk to about my crocheting. And so yeah, thank you. And if you've watched her episode or if you're subscribed to her, I recently sent her a gift because, little backstory here, I had a YouTube channel, and if you go further on in my videos to my past, I have videos from about 4 years ago. I started a YouTube channel where I wanted to do Bible studies. But the way I was doing it, I was afraid I was going to get copyrighted. So I deleted all of the videos and I only kept a few. Then I don't know why. Maybe because I watch YouTube a lot. I was like, I could do that. So I did a little bit of cooking. I did a little bit of reading videos because these are all things that I do. So why not? Anyway, so I have all these past videos, and I have subscribers from when I was making those videos. About 300 of them were so 300 of my subscribers were from back when. Either they never deleted me or people subscribed to me hoping I was going to do more, but I never did. So a lot of my subscribers are not really crochet subscribers. And then I think a good majority are friends and family who, I posted on Facebook that I'm making a YouTube video and they'll go and take a look and subscribe. But I don't know that they're all watching, but if you are, thank you. But I've recently got a lot of influx of subscribers, and hopefully these are all crochet subscribers, and we'll have lots to talk about, lots to share, and I hope I've inspired you and given you ideas like I could talked about in other videos. If there's something that I find great, then I'm going to share it with you. If there's patterns that are just so cool or things that I'm not liking, I'm going to share it with you. I just want to share the love of crochet because I get so much enjoyment out of it. I get so much enjoyment out of it that I have a hard time putting my hook down to do other things. So just like these eyes, I'm having an eye struggle for my amigurumi. And so I keep trying new things. And then if I like them, I share them with you. So with KS Mom Crochets, we both started podcasting crochet videos at the same month. So I felt I started my first video and then it popped up that she posted a first video. And so I immediately subscribed because I'm like, oh, me too. I'm doing that too. And so I feel very close to her because she communicates with me a lot. Although she comments on everybody's comments, she is a really sweet girl. And she lives very far. I believe she lives in Kentucky. And I am a California Valley girl. Anyway, I feel close to her. I sent her a little gift and she posted that in a video. And I just like Julie. She's so sweet. And also, Craftably Ever After. So I just recently, I'm subscribed to all these channels I've mentioned, and I don't see all their videos popping up on my feed. So I recently started clicking all the show all on the bell because I'm not going to see them. That's why you should too. If you want to see my content, make sure you click the bells and get all the notifications. So Craftably Ever After Cassandra, she is a ball to watch. She has a unique podcasting going on for her crochet. First of all, she's so creative. She can take a pattern and make it her own, just like that. She gets the Bella Coco subscription boxes, and she doesn't make the patterns that are in there, but she gets inspired by it and then makes something with it. So she's a really unique channel. She also gives those tutorials on free patterns that she makes, and she often gives her little thought process on how she came to make certain characters, her amigurumis, or these little challenges she gives herself, like the one skein make. What can you do with one skein? Because we get these skeins, especially if you're a new crocheter. I want to say I fall into this category. I don't pay attention to the yards ever. And so I often make my garments, right? I start with a color I like. Turns out I don't have enough. Oh, I got that on clearance. They don't even sell this yarn anymore. What am I gonna do? And so I end up going rogue and making some two-tone sweater. Anyway, so I'm notorious for not paying attention to the yards, and they mean nothing to me because I don't know how many yards it takes. So some patterns will give you the yardage, so you should pay attention to that. I do not. But she gave herself this challenge, and she's like, I want to show you what you can get with one ball of yarn. And so she created some amigurumi projects, and she only used this one ball of yarn, and she shows what she could make with one ball. And so I really liked that challenge, so I'm gonna join in. I'm going to try it. I don't know, it's gonna happen, but I don't know if it's gonna be this week or next week or later on. But I am gonna give it a go. So if you want to try it, a one skein project. I don't know what she called it. But you gotta go check out Craftably Ever After Cassandra. She, like I said, she is a unique podcaster because she gives you lots of her thought process and these little challenges. So it's fun. Let's see, who else did I want to talk about? Okay, so I gave you a little backstory about my past channel. For future, you know that I got my little baby new home Janome sewing machine that's been in a previous episode, and I don't know how to sew. I barely learned how to thread that machine when I gave that tutorial. I gave a sewing tutorial and I don't know how to sew. So I fell in love because I like to sleep in shorts in the summer. I have a hard time finding pajama shorts that I like. They're either not the material I want, they're too short, or they're ugly. And so I want to make shorts, and I'm thinking, should I share that stuff on the crochet channel, or should I just put that on another channel? I just kind of want to document my sewing journey. And if you're interested, give me a comment. Would you like to be inspired to sew? Because I went and purchased I want pajamas, and I've been searching YouTube for how to make these pajama shorts, and there are a ton of videos. And would you believe it or not, I found another person who's like me, who's not a sewing channel, but can show you how to do something. And she gave the lesson on it, the tutorial, and it clicked with me. So I'm going to follow that pattern, her tutorial. But then I went ahead and purchased a pattern. So in case you don't know, Hobby Lobby sells patterns, and I think they're always 30% off. Now, you don't want to look at these fabrics if they don't appeal to you. You just want to look at the design. So, okay, a long pant, a drawstring pant, a V-neck, or a shirt that comes up to here. So you get all of these within this one pattern. This one's also sleeveless. This one has a little dip. So I bought my first pattern. I bought the elastic to make my shorts and a pen so that I can mark, you know, where I want stuff. So I'm excited, and I do have 2 channels because, well, I won't give you the details, but I do have 2 channels. There's nothing on the other channel, and so I titled it My Sewing Journey. So if you want to follow along, I'll put the link down below, and I will just document my beginning sewing journey because I have no skills. I got my mother's sewing machine, and I want to use it. And I got so excited that I started watching sewing channels, and just, there's so much I want to make now. So let me know if you want to stick around for that, or go join that. There's no videos, but if there is a video, you'll see it first. Let me see. Yeah, I think that was it. I just wanted to share Craftably Ever After as well as KS Mom Crochets. I've really connected with them, and I'm so thankful for that. I've really enjoyed chatting with them online, and I know that we talked about it, Julie, so we have to do a, where we do something together, a collab. Julie and I have got to do a collab, so hopefully we can do that soon. So anyways, thanks again. I forgot to say grab your hooks. So grab your hooks for the love of crochet.